Are your eyeballs not dying and on fire right now?
No, I don't know why. I have no soul. I'm not sure I would describe the experience as enjoyable. Oh, you dropped one? It's the Vivo! You're gonna feel the burn today. You're gonna feel the burn.
Hey, Lucy!
Hi!
Oh my gosh! A los tiempos, pues.
A los años. This is so fun. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored.
Oh, thank you for being here. I'm so excited because we're going to be preparing a recipe that neither of us have made before. For those of you who don't know, Lucy is living in Ecuador right now. You are in Quito.
I have been living in Ecuador for 5.5 years.
So we met in Cuenca when we were both working at the same organization.
Yeah, now I'm in the big city. It's a bit different.
Well, shall we? Okay, so here's where we're at. We are making, I haven't even said what we're making yet. We're making Llapingachos, which are tortillas, but made out of potato with cheese stuffed in the middle. We're also going to be making an ají, like a hot sauce to go with it. So far, we have boiled and mashed our potatoes. And cooked some onion, mixed it in there. So it's been sitting for about an hour, and we now have to make the Llapingachos.
Should I put on my apron?
Oh, I'm going to put on my apron. Okay.
All right, so we're going to make the patties.
I'm going to start with shredding my cheese.
So how much cheese do we need?
I think it's a cup.
Where did you find your queso para freír?
At my local Latin American grocery store. That's where I found my tomate de árbol, which I didn't think I'd find. You can also buy your cuy there. I'm just kidding.
You can?
You moved, so you've been living in Ecuador for 5.5 years, and you moved because you joined the Peace Corps.
Yes, that is correct.
Like, what was the main draw for you to join the Peace Corps?
I wanted to live in another country. I wanted to experience that. At the time that I applied for the Peace Corps, I didn't know where I would go or what I would be doing, and it felt kind of exciting because I had no idea what the heck I wanted to do. I still don't.
That seems so nerve-wracking.
I think that's what made it a little bit exciting. But I just received an email one day that told me, you're going to Ecuador.
And was the application process really rigorous or like competitive?
I think the most rigorous part of it is the waiting process. It takes forever. From the time that I applied to the time I left, it was almost a year.
Wow.
That's not necessarily the case for everyone. I'm not sure how competitive it really is. I think as long as you are interested in doing it and willing to go through with everything, you will be selected to go somewhere.
Well, it definitely seems like an experience that could call a lot of people, but it also seems incredibly challenging. Like, it could push you to a lot of limits. What did you find to be like surprisingly challenging in your Peace Corps experience?
Loneliness is a big challenge because you're trying to adapt to a new place. It can be very isolating at first. I think that was one of the biggest challenges.
And how long did it take you to find like a community?
I had a strange experience because I was sent to a site and then I was evacuated because the site where I was sent originally is shadowed by a huge volcano that was supposedly about to explode. When I moved to the town where I spent the rest of my time, I don't know. It took me several months to make friends. I had friends that were children, older adults. You definitely have to be flexible and extend your idea of what a cute community might look like.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, we can make the patties now if you want. So how do we form these patties? We make a ball and put our thumbs in them?
Yeah. Chicken.
How's Chicken Little doing?
She's excellent, you know? She's living her best life.
Oh, there she is. Look at that girl. She's going.
Yeah.
She's Ecuadorian.
She is Ecuadorian.
She's Cuencana.
She is. She's a little Cuenca baby.
Yours are a prettier color than mine, I think.
These are so smooth.
Are they?
Okay.
So now we do a thumbprint and put the cheese in it.
Mine guess is that we have to roll them back into a ball to close them and then we flag.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I had more Peace Corps related questions for you. Having gone through your experience, well, also you haven't really talked about what your experience was. So what were you doing? What was like your main responsibility while you were doing the Peace Corps?
I was placed in the teaching English program. We were a group of about 30, and we were all placed in the public high schools throughout the country. Our role was to support the English teachers.
And did you find that to be like a rewarding experience, or like did it meet your expectations?
Expectations is an interesting word because the mantra of training before we went to our sites was manage your expectations, which I think has served me in life, actually, to this day.
And I found that especially when people move abroad and they're going to like work on a project or intern or contribute to the community in some way, it's easy to get carried away in like what you hope to do. And it's not always achievable.
I agree completely. I think another big thing that I learned was humility. Maybe the better word is privilege. The fact that I could even be a Peace Corps volunteer is a privilege in itself. We privileged Americans go into it thinking, oh, we're going to go to some place and help people or whatever. But I think it's bullshit. To me, the experience was about learning about other people and other ways of life. No one is better than anyone else, and everyone has something to give, and every experience teaches us something.
Yeah, I think you're so right that is like the beauty of living abroad and like getting to know community outside of your own community or out of your home country. And we are not experts. Like, for instance, there are times in my life where I've like been in small rural communities and they think I'm so silly for not knowing how to kill a chicken.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're like, what did your mom teach you then? That kind of wisdom and that kind of knowledge and that survival mechanism is just like lost on me.
In Ecuador, rice is very important. I mean, I kind of knew how to make rice before I went to Ecuador, I guess, before I came, but in the gringo way, that's not very good. That makes me think of the chicken because people would be like, oh, you don't know how to make rice?
That's so funny, but it's so true. Yay! Okay, I did all of my little balls.
Me too. But now it's the forming and the tortillas, right? So we're gonna need to put these in the fridge, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the fridge for like 30 minutes.
I have a feeling my cheese is gonna explode everywhere.
Mine is already like creeping out the edges. What foods do you miss from the US?
My mama's home cooking. But really, it's interesting because I think at the beginning of my time here, there were a lot of things that I missed more, and now I've just kind of adapted.
Okie pokey, and now you're gonna have to guide me through this next part with the ají.
You got your tomates de árbol. People don't really know what these are.
No?
These are the tomates de árbol. All right, so you're gonna boil 3, right? I will also do 3. Do you have your ajís, your chili peppers? Do you like spicy?
Scale from 1 to 10, like 6, 7.
Okay, you like spicy. I guess you could start with 1, and then if you want it spicier, you could.
Oh, that's true. Because I don't really know what to expect from these. You take the seeds out, yeah?
No. So that's the thing. We're gonna blend it all together, and then we're gonna strain it.
Where did you learn this recipe?
I learned this from Chris's mom, and she also likes to put in thinly sliced red onion, which can help if it's super spicy. I'm not really good at chopping this.
Oh, neither. I don't know how people do it.
For now, people will just call me, oh, here's a good Quechua word for you, Afro word. Carishina.
What's that mean?
Do you know that one?
No, I've never heard it.
It means woman who can't cook.
There's a word for that? Do you use the stems?
No, I guess you can. I think I don't use them because if Ecuadorians would probably consider that carishina. But
And then the red onion, yeah?
maybe like half of a red onion, you can finely slice it.
What is your favorite touristy thing to do in all of Ecuador?
You know, I do like Baños. Baños is a fun city. Going to visit some waterfalls and then drinking a good beer. And also super touristy is Quilotoa.
Would love to do the Quilotoa loop. I want to try to summit Chimbo.
Chimbo. My experience summiting Chimborazo, it was snowy when we attempted the summit, which was kind of cool. But Chimborazo is what? Close to 7,000 meters. I was nauseous. I had altitude sickness. I don't think we even made it to 6,000. But it was still a cool experience. I got to do it with Chris, so that was fun. But I felt miserable.
Yeah, I think what's difficult is that you don't know how you're going to respond to the altitude.
I'm not sure I would describe the experience as enjoyable.
Back to the onion, slicing, not dicing, right?
This is how I do it, just like this. Can you see this?
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are your eyeballs not dying and on fire right now?
No, I don't know why. I have no soul.
Do you wear contacts?
Yes.
Oh, so that's why.
Really? Oh.
So sad.
How are those tomates? How are they doing? Woo! Are they soft?
They were soft to begin with.
I'm sure they're fine. Whatever. You have to take off the peel, though, before we blend them.
Okay. Wait, you peeled what? Lucy?
No. You can wait for a minute. Just take them out and then let them cool. Lucy!
No way!
You're gonna feel the burn today. You're gonna feel the burn.
You put them in like cold.
Oh! Dropped one! It's the
Should I just keep it? Should we pretend like
that? Yeah, that's fine. You can just rinse it off.
Yeah, this is a very mushy situation happening. I think it's all blended.
We're gonna need a colander.
Got it.
Or a strainer. Is that the same thing?
Ooh, this is thick. Mine isn't straining.
So what you're gonna have to do is probably take a spoon and and rub it. Rub it? So it's kind of just like sitting there. But then you just take your spoon and you make it go down.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely working.
I mean, if you want to, sorry, this is a really dirty lemon. Limes are also great. Limes are probably preferred, but I just have lemons right now.
How much?
What kind do you have? Oh, that's great. You have the green limes. I'd put one in for now. Or maybe a half. So you got that in? You got your salt?
Salt.
I think.
This has a kick. It packs a punch. But it's a punch. It like hits kind of late in the back of the throat.
Okay, I have a feeling mine is pretty darn spicy. We're going to try this.
Spice.
No? It's good. Could maybe use more.
More spice?
All right, I think I'm going to need a spatula, right?
Ooh, true.
All right.
Ready to go. Yes!
All right, go for it.
Think so? Okay, well, yeah, I'm committing.
You have to be very careful when turning them, she says, because they're very delicate. Which means I'm going to break them. Oh, you flipped it. How'd it go?
It went okay. It was touch and go. I feel confident about this one. Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to try. I'm a little nervous.
I believe in you.
Oh, the cheese is melting out. Oh, they're beautiful. Here it goes. I put some cheese on top too. Ooh.
That looks so good. Forks out, ready to go. Ready to try it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, so good.
I'm into it.
Well done.
This is yummy.
I know. I could use some more cheese though.
Yeah, I could too. I want the cheese like exploding out of it.
Mm.
Good work, baby.
Look at us go. Okay, Slang 101. For when we travel to Ecuador, here's what you need to know how to say. First word, chuta.
Chuta's like shoot or darn.
Next word.
Yeah.
Achachay.
Achachay, que frío. It means it's really cold.
Chuchaki.
The famous chuchaki is when you go out drinking one night and the next morning you wake up with that lovely hangover feelings you may have. It is a hangover.
De ley.
De ley. Or de una, people will say. What would the translation be in English? Like, it means of course. Or a lot of times it's used here if someone asks you if you want to do something tomorrow or do a thing, you're like de ley or de una. People also say de una.
Ñaño and ñaña.
Your brother is your ñaño and your ñaña is your sister.
Okay, this one I actually think of you. Que bestia.
Que bestia. Bestia is a beast, right? In Spanish, literally. You say it like when something happens and you can't believe that it has happened. It's like, Astray, you tell me you had to go to the supermarket and wait in the line for 3 hours. And I might say, oh, que bestia. That's awful.
Chévere.
Chévere. Something that's cool or awesome. You can also hear bacán.
Bacán, yeah. Chendo.
That's specific to Cuenca, though.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody says chendo here.
You only use chendo if you're in Cuenca.
Yeah, it means you're joking or you're kidding. You say something and you say, chendo.
Simón.
It's so weird. This one's weird because everyone says it. And this is not generational, actually, I've learned.
Oh, really?
It's an emphatic C. It's an emphatic yes.
Ooh, look at this thing. Look at
Let there be light.
Ojo.
Watch out. Be careful.
I love saying that. Canguil.
Because this is a word I think that changes in many countries. Canguil, everyone, is popcorn.
Chompa.
Chompa is your jacket, your coat.
For when you are achachay.
But when you're achachay, you need your chompa. Simón.
Okay, and 2 more to go.
Oh, wait, we have our resident Ecuadorian here. Maybe he should answer.
Ah!
Yeah. How are the Llapingachos? I want to try them.
Do you want to bite?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Try it to
This
see.
is the moment of truth, Lucy.
Oh, wait, moment of truth. It's cold, though. It's cold.
It's good.
It is?
Yeah.
Put some ajicito on there.
Yeah, because this goes with ajicita too. Congrats, chicas.
Wow, I feel just so validated. I mean, he hasn't tried mine. Mine could be horrible, but Lucy.
I'm sure yours are delicious.
Okay, so Chris, we are doing
Okay.
an Equa Slang segment where I've been quizzing Lucy on Ecuadorian slang. Full.
Full, yeah. You can say like the same as in English, like I'm full
Uh-huh.
after you have eaten a lot. Or
Also, like if you have a lot of work, for example.
yeah, estoy a full.
Estoy a full.
Estoy a full, like I'm so busy. Yeah.
Wambra.
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 Wambra is like, I don't know, it's how you call your friends. Well, that's all just in the Sierra, because in La Costa, in the coast, they will say like pelado, like young people, pelado.
Great. Well, those were the last 2 words I had.
What else is good slang?
Pacheco.
I don't even know that one.
Está haciendo Pacheco, like when it's cold outside or it's kind of chilly. Mijín,
Mijín.
like you bro.
Oh, that's cute. I like
Yeah.
El man. La man.
Yeah, that's a good one. We say like, ese man or el man. Y for women is la man.
He's just getting started now.
And-
We've been at this for 3 hours.
And chévere,
Chévere.
like
Biela.
biela, it's a beer. Like
12 beers is a java.
12 beers is a java.
Yeah, then what happens the next morning when you have had your java?
Chuchaki.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you both so much.
Astrea, thank you.
And for your knowledge, too, for sharing these recipes, for teaching me Ecuadorian Spanish.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you, Astrea.
Bye.
Lots of love. Bye.